Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about the full moon that we're going to have on Friday, September 29th in the sign of Pisces, in a nakshatra called Uttara Bhadrapada. Before I begin, I would just like to say I will be talking about the sidereal placements used in Vedic astrology. If you're new to this channel, hi! I'm RoseAnna. I'm a Vedic astrologer talking about planetary transits and new and full moon updates. So if you're interested in that, you can subscribe below. This full moon feels significant in the sense that it will be the last full moon before the eclipse cycle begin, or before this eclipse season will begin. So in a way, it feels like the closing of a chapter or the end of a cycle, if you will. So this could be a good time, this full moon, to think about what chapters might be ending in your life, or what things are you ready to leave behind. So there's an influence of ending here as well, because we are in the sign of Pisces, the last zodiac sign of the zodiac. So Pisces always deals with things pertaining to letting go and closing a cycle. So, and in this nakshatra, Uttara Bhadrapada, it's the next to last nakshatra of the zodiac, the last one being Revati, which is the last nakshatra in Pisces. And Uttara Bhadrapada deals with the last step before we reach the point of ultimately letting go. So before that point, we are still holding on to some attachments. We still might be unwilling to let go of certain things. We might be dealing with fear or insecurities, and especially attachments. So this nakshatra deals a lot with coming to a close, or beginning the process of coming to a close, when dealing with letting go of all of those things that we eventually need to surrender before reaching the ultimate finite end with Revati, which is the last nakshatra. So there's this influence of facing illusions, facing the truth of our situation, facing those attachments that we are not quite ready to let go of. So it deals a lot with all of those things. And if you look at the deity that resides here, that is Ahir Budnya, or the serpent of the deep waters. And this deals a lot with going very deep into things, and not only that, but having the courage and the ability to actually go deep without fear, because oftentimes fear of the unknown or fear of letting go is what stops us. So Ahir Budnya deals a lot with letting go, going deep without reservations or without something holding us back. So it deals a lot with deep mystical subjects or deep occult wisdom, finding that deep inner truth that we all have inside, and what really is there. What is the truth of this world? What is the truth of who we are, let's say. So I also always get this picture of like a spiral that goes both deep, but that also rises deep, if you know what I mean. So even going deep into the unknown, like going deep into space. This is just a picture I get in my head when talking about this deity. There is also a somewhat sharp energy to this nakshatra, both in part because of the deity that is found here, but also because of the fact that this is a nakshatra that deals a lot with facing illusions and determination. And so Uttara Bhadrapada is often also called the warrior star, and in a way it is the second half of the Bhadrapada pairs. So the first one being Purva Bhadrapada, that spans from Aquarius and then into Pisces, and then comes Uttara Bhadrapada that fully resides within Pisces. So, but these two together, the lucky pair, and Uttara Bhadrapada is often called the ladder one with lucky feet. And so these two together, it's also interesting to note that the symbol for Uttara Bhadrapada and Purva Bhadrapada is two pieces of a whole. So together they form the symbol of a funeral bed or a funeral cot. So there's also an influence of death in this nakshatra, and I'm going to say death like metaphorical death. So that could be, or the way I see it, it pertains to the death of our illusions, the death of our worldly ambitions or materialistic desires, let's say, because the process of reaching the end, reaching forward into brevity and surrender into the whole, letting go of everything that is of this world, that imparts it's necessary for us to reach that and to ultimately let everything else go. So the process of letting go begins with this nakshatra as well. So it's you can see this also if you look at the planetary influences here, because the ruler of Uttara Bhadrapada is Saturn, but because we're in the sign of Pisces that is ruled by Jupiter, there's a combination of Jupiter and Saturn's energy here, and so there's this that quality of seriousness and determination and facing illusion, and because Saturn really shows us all of those attachments and limitations that we currently have. And then Jupiter brings that vision quest, let's say, that search for meaning, that search for truth and knowledge, and wanting to connect with the divine in a sense. So these two together can really bring a very spiritual, highly dedicated spiritual influence here. So it's a good full moon for introspection, releasing attachments, meditating, getting more in tune with our inner truth and our emotions. The full moon will also receive the aspect of Mars that is currently transiting in the sign of Virgo. So Mars brings also kind of combines quite nicely with the influence of Ahir Budnya, the way I'm thinking right now, because Mars provides us with the courage and the discipline necessary to be able to face the truth and face our attachment without reservation or without fear of seeing the truth, let's say. So because Mars also has this kind of no nonsense type of energy. We don't need to color the truth in pretty colors, we just see it as it is. And so Mars also provides us the ability to really sit with discipline in silence, and because Mars in a way is also or let's say the higher quality of Mars is that of a spiritual warrior. So he provides us with the courage and discipline necessary to follow our truth, to be ambitious, to be disciplined with all our actions. And so here there's this quality as well. I also wrote some questions for reflection this full moon, and so I will share those here as well. Is there any aspect of my life that has to die, metaphorically, in order for me to close a chapter or be able to begin anew? Do I have attachments that I'm having trouble letting go of? Am I able to view the situation with truth and clarity? Do I feel comfortable showing my true self in all the different areas of my life? And if not, why do I feel the need to hide aspects of myself? Am I creating enough space and time to pursue subjects or studies that interest me, allowing myself the time to immerse myself in things that sparks my imagination and awakens my inner sense of wonder? So that was it for this video. I hope you liked it. Please leave a like or a comment or share the video with someone you believe would appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Happy full moon. Bye.